I was the poor girl who came in on a scholarship and lived a life that everyone envied, standing in the center of the party with the whole spotlight on me. My name is Drea. I'm the hottest girl in Rose Hill, the girlfriend of the student body president. And when the girls on campus see me, they're more jealous than envious. I had just gotten my Student of the Year medal that day and was going to be on the cover of Teen Vogue. And I thought that finally I was going to make it back from the bottom. I sent my boyfriend Max a selfie video, just a few seconds. It's nothing, I trust him. But when I returned to school, people no longer envied me as they used to. Instead, they despised and ridiculed me. I saw it circulating on the internet, the very video I sent to Max. I rushed to confront him angrily, but he put on an innocent face and said that his phone had been hacked and that he was a victim. The crowd of onlookers grew so large that I couldn't resist giving Max a fist bump. My beloved boyfriend had betrayed me, and I was facing expulsion, just because I wasn't a rich kid. When I got home, I got a message from Tara saying she couldn't accept having a friend like me. I broke down, and in the same day, I lost love and friendship. I used to think that if I tried my best to be good, I could earn respect. But reality tells me that no matter how hard a girl tries, when it comes to this kind of thing, it's always us who are at fault. But I wasn't going to admit defeat. Max had ruined me, and I was going to show him that he had messed with the wrong person. I met a girl in a tennis class at school, plainly dressed and talking with little emotion. We chatted by chance, and she said Erica was spreading gossip about me in the tennis court. Well, then the first one is you, Erica. She spreads rumors, then I'll give it back to her in the same way. Watching her get kicked out of school and screaming hysterically made me feel better. On my way home, I ran into Eleanor again, and what started out as a casual question ended up with her saying that she, too, hated someone for years. She told me that 4 years ago, she was falsely accused by a girl named Carissa at summer camp. Then, everyone treated her like a weirdo, and no one believed a word she said. Now, Carissa is an environmental goddess who goes around pretending to be fraternizing to get everyone's attention. Eleanor then said something along the lines of, "You help me destroy her, I'll help you destroy Max." She doesn't know Max, and I don't know Carissa. That's exactly the point. We're not related to each other, so no one will suspect a thing. Eleanor was willing to infiltrate Max for me, then I could take Carissa for her. I promised. We were like two shadows creeping through the crowd to get closer to our target. From that moment on, the game was officially on. Eleanor wore the clothes I put together for her. I did her makeup and taught her how to talk and how to attract attention in a crowd. She was a quick learner, and walking around the campus where Max frequented, she really got Max's attention. Max begins to shift his target to Eleanor, inviting her to his birthday party. She's even invited into the Moral League, his cabal that specializes in corralling people he wants to control. Little did Max know that he was pulling someone who wanted to destroy him into his territory. Eleanor snuck into Max's bedroom when he wasn't looking and filmed him chatting flirtatiously with a lot of girls. Isn't it enough to have me, Max, so many girls, keep you busy? I also started to break into Carissa's circle. I pretended to be interested in the environment and offered to apply to join her project team. She quickly accepted me, and I acted innocent and well-behaved. She's a perfect model at school, green living, veganism, environmentalist. She hosts plant coloring classes, gives environmental lectures, and is all high and mighty. But in private, she secretly uses a crocodile purse and orders takeout burgers for herself. What is even more disgusting is that she privately mocks students with disabilities, calling them a burden on society. On that day, I stole Carissa's key and went to her secret estate. The greenhouse was full of poisonous plants that she had carefully tended, and I decided to give everyone a big gift at the party. The party started, and Eleanor and I split up. She was in charge of getting Max's cell phone in the middle of the chaos, and I would stay out of the limelight and spice them up a little in the back kitchen. We waited in the restroom for over half an hour without waiting for anyone. Eleanor asked me if I had added too little. We ended up stepping out of the pool, and the scene in front of us froze us both. The chaos immediately alerts the principal, who rushes to inspect the scene. Finally investigating Carissa's secret base, her hypocrisy is revealed, and no one trusts her anymore. With the revenge target resolved, Max is next. Eleanor showed me the messages she'd copied from Max's phone, and there were a lot of messages of him flirting with girls, with a long timeline that even encompassed the period of our relationship. It turned out that what I thought were deep feelings were all fake. I didn't realize that Max was actually one step ahead of me, that the party had damaged his popularity in order to secure his position, and the next day, the guy gave a speech. I couldn't hold back any longer. At a critical point in the speech, everyone's cell phones in the room rang. It was full of his glorious deeds, and everyone saw that the self-proclaimed moral guardian was taking private pictures of girls, saving videos, and being proud of it. His kingdom began to crumble. His popularity took another nosedive. The girls at school stopped chasing him, and his behavior angered everyone. As it turns out, to my surprise, Tara saves him once again, just like she helped me before. She made a big deal about free love on campus and saw nothing wrong with Max's behavior. I was approached by the principal, and she told me that I had been denied admission to Yale because of the scandal. I couldn't accept that. Why should I be nothing but a plaything for a rich man who made a mistake and ended up decapitating my future? I found Eleanor again and talked to her about the new plan. I was so caught up in the excitement of my impending success that I didn't notice the strangeness in her eyes. This time, Eleanor refused. She said I had nothing but revenge on my mind and didn't even have her as a friend or remember her birthday party. I was angry and didn't understand. Didn't we decide to work together because of revenge? What kind of friends are we? The car broke down again on the way home, and the mechanic told me that the car spark plugs had been pulled out by someone. Someone was trying to screw me over on purpose. I thought of someone and went to a nursing home. As a result of talking to her, I learned a shocking secret. I was the one Eleanor wanted to get revenge on. She said that the three of us were best playmates when we were kids, but because of an unintentional comment I made, Eleanor began to be seen as an alien. Everyone around her ostracized her, and then she moved away and lost contact with us. As an afterthought, I remembered the look on her face when she was talking to me about that guy in the car. She said she didn't want that person to pay. She just wanted to destroy her and make her feel the same way she did. Turns out, I was walking into her trap one step at a time. She's the one who found me on a campus forum, hatched a plan to ruin me, and then used the opportunity to get close enough to conveniently ruin me again. She spread videos of me at the tennis courts before pulling the spark plugs on my car. I got home and Eleanor was in the kitchen, cooking familiarly. She knows exactly where I'm going and says precisely where I've been all afternoon. I'm the one who has to have the upper hand in everything, so I cannot accept being played by her, and simply had a showdown with her.
As you well know, rumors are not harmless little comments. Somebody says something in person, someone repeats it online, and it just grows and grows and grows. I didn't sleep anymore. Don't even remember doing this to me.
She made no bones about it, promising that her plan would come to fruition. True to form, she once again moved in on my car. There was a dizzy spell, and I'm surprised I didn't die. She came to see me with a balloon and was as shady as ever, so I was pushed step by step towards her trap. The guys came to me with false concern, as if they weren't the ones who set me up. Tara and I confessed, saying she didn't want to lose me as a friend at all. She invited me to come to the school party, and I said yes. After a year, I stepped into the place again. After turning in her cell phone, Eleanor said she was giving me a gift. The hunter and the hunted swapped identities, but she didn't know that I wasn't a vegetarian either. Surrounding a crowded place, I followed the same trick I used when I was a kid. I laughed at Eleanor for being a natural actor who had plastic surgery, disguised herself, and was in fact an unmitigated lunatic. But I regretted it when I said it. People laughed at her, but I felt bad about it. I chased her out and tried to apologize to her. It was like I really thought of her as my best friend this year. As I confessed to her, an ill-timed voice rang out. This pretentious dwarf. He scoffed loudly and said he knew both of our secrets. The video wasn't some hacker stealing secrets. He was the one who spread it to the whole school. Because he hated me, I was just a poor kid who would use the resources around me. He told me that he would do everything in his power to ruin Eleanor again, just like he had ruined me before. Eleanor, however, laughed. I don't understand. Is she crazy? She pointed to the camera on her chest. The music at the party stopped. It was replaced by Max's rampant words and admission of what he had just done. It was literally broadcast live to the entire school. Max ended up getting expelled from school, and the principal gave me the good news that a new spot opened up at Yale, and she wanted me to apply to Yale again. I declined. Once upon a time, I just thought that Yale was my lifelong dream, and now I regret it. I'm going after the bigger world,